Throughout history, God has reached out to people in new and different ways appropriate to their generation. Living Stream is using new and different ways of reaching people in our changing times. The Living Stream Church of the Brethren is a completely online church. We're a church with no building and no walls. We worship together through computers, tablets, or smartphones, all connected by the internet. That makes it possible for anyone to join in worship live from wherever they are, whether at home, on the road, or even traveling abroad. Our services are also recorded, and so they are available at any time later. Many of us tune in later to view the recordings when we are not able to participate live, so that we can still stay connected. On any given Sunday, it's not unusual for worshipers to attend from all across the U.S., as well as from several other countries. Being online, we can gather to worship from wherever we find ourselves. That means we now are in 4 different countries live for this worship. Our congregation is firmly rooted in the Church of the Brethren, following the Bible and upholding the teachings of Jesus. We emphasize the traditional Brethren values of peace and justice, forbearance, love, simplicity, and community. We work extra hard at building community, since we gather for worship from places that are so far apart. That's one reason why all of our worships are participatory. We also schedule informal fellowship times using video conferencing. If you listen in, our fellowship gatherings aren't much different than any other church. They even include refreshments, as long as you bring your own.
We are glad that you all have joined with us for worship.
Living Stream worship is often quite traditional. We share calls to worship and invocations, we enjoy music, we take time for prayer, we read scripture, and we are uplifted and challenged by sermons. Our worship services typically include many different voices because we value the diversity and different perspectives that many of our guests bring, and we share the preaching among our pastoral team using an adaptation of the free ministry traditional to the Brethren. There are a few differences, however. The most significant is that during worship, participants are encouraged to use the chat feature to be in conversation with the presenter and with each other, as well as to share joys and concerns for prayer and to greet one another. This participation greatly enriches our worship as well as our congregational life.
During our first song, please post your prayer requests, your joys, your concerns, whatever you'd like to lift up in community this evening, and we will pray these together.
Also at times, we leverage our technology to share art or digital content in ways that local churches cannot, and frequently feature guest speakers that are at great distances because they don't need to travel to be with us. In short, as a church, we seek to follow Jesus peacefully, simply, together, whoever we are, wherever we find ourselves, and even whenever we can join in worship. If you can get on the internet, you can join us too. We meet each Sunday for worship at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time, which is also 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone is welcome. Learn more or log in at www.livingstreamcob.org. Come, join us as we follow Jesus. Join us in worship.
Living Stream Church of the Brethren
affirms the image of God in our persons
of every age,
gender identity and expression,
race, ability,
ethnicity,
nationality,
class and sexual orientation,
and celebrates each person's call
to serve the world and the church.
Welcome to worship with us.